There are a lot of things that some of these marriage counselors tells us, not just marriage counselors, some people who've been married for some time, especially when you go to them for counseling, for advices, when you go to them or when you hear them talk, there are a lot of things they say to us that sometimes I begin to wonder if some of these things are possible or doable, if it's applicable to everybody, or I'm just the one that is being doubtful, that is not believing them. Or so some of those things I'll be sharing with us today to see if there are other people that also shares in this light. There are some other people who still doesn't believe that some of these things are possible. All right, so without further ado, let's get to it. Pardon my manners. If you're seeing this face for the very first time, my name is Nancy Abela. On here, I film about faith, relationship, and lifestyle. I film about every other good stuff. If you're new, you're welcome. If you're returning, thank you so much for always and always coming around. Okay, I do not take your support for granted. Thank you so much. All right, so yeah, in today's video, I'll be sharing with us some of those things that older people in marriage, you know, we are new, myself and a lot of others, we are new on this marriage street, or in this marriage street. We are new in this system, we are new in this marriage street, so we are learning a lot. There are so many things to learn, some of which I am here to share. Okay, let's get to it. Number one on my list is when you hear some of these people who've been married for a long time, when you hear them talk, or sometimes when people go to them for advice, you hear them say things like, oh, since I got married to my wife, or since I got married to my husband, we have never quarreled. You say this, I sometimes sit down to think about it. Is this possible, or am I just the one that is being overly dramatic, or I am doubting them? I'm not saying they are lying. They are not lying. I'm not saying they are lying. It's just that I feel like sometimes it's like a deviation from the truth. Because how do you tell me that you've been in the same house with somebody you never knew from Adams before? Or you probably knew this person before, but you've never lived in a house with this person before. You guys came together and you've spent years together as couple, and you're telling me that you've never quarreled, not even a misunderstanding, an argument. You have never offended each other. How is that possible? Because I'm saying this because when I hear people say it, and I begin to wonder how possible it is. I don't know if I'm the only one that is like this, that doesn't believe that that is possible. Even twins that shared the same womb, they came out the same day, they shared the same bed as infants, you know, they share the same everything. Some twins even go as far as, you know, sharing the same class, share the same room in the university, you know, classmates, roommates, and everything. Some even get married the same day. Some even get married to another, the same twins. Like, they still quarrel, they still have misunderstanding, they still argue. And then you're telling me that somebody that you never knew from somewhere before, you came together, you probably spent 20-something years of your life, 30-something years of your life somewhere else, and this other person the same thing. Then you people came together, and then you're building your life, building your home. You're telling me that this person has never offended you, not even for one day. Yes, I know the place of forgiveness. That's why I'm making this video. Because, yes, offenses, even the Bible stated that offenses will surely come. Yes, offenses will come. But for you now to come and say that you've been in the same house, you have been living together as couple, and you've never quarreled, doesn't mean that person has never offended you before, or you're not telling us the truth. Because we that are new into it, you know, the annoying part is that some of us that are new into the system would want to, you know, start getting emotional when our own is not like that. You know, some of the things that I'll be mentioning, you know, you tend to start feeling guilty when you and your spouse are always having misunderstanding and all that, because someone somewhere said they have never, not even for once, quarreled. Well, I don't think that's possible. Well, it might be possible, but I don't know. But please, if you also share the same sentiment with me, please let me know in the comment section, please, because I don't want to be the only one feeling guilty that there's someone somewhere that she or he and her spouse, they've never had a misunderstanding, they've never quarreled before. I feel like it's not, you're not lying, but people should tell us the truth, I beg. So there is no disagreement, there is nothing. See, we disagree to agree. It's not everything you say, it's not everything that you do that is going to sit right or sit well with me. We will still have to argue over some things, iron some things out, so that we'll be on the same page. So if you're telling me you've never quarreled with your spouse or with your partner, it means the both of you are pretending to each other. Because if you're being real to yourselves, there will be a day that you will step on this person's toe. Yes. So to say you've never quarreled with this person before, I'm finding it difficult to believe, actually. So please, if you are like me, let me know in the comment section. All right, thank you. The second one is, you hear things like, oh, never go to bed with grudges. Don't go to bed with anger, with hey God, how is that possible? Like I said earlier, if you share the same sentiment with me, let me know in the comments. How do you say I should not go to bed with grudges, with anger? So, see, no matter how perfect you tend to make your marriage look like, there are days that you would go to bed with offense, with anger. The both of you just finished quarrel. So what if the offense or the quarrel started just before bedtime? You know, little things can cause quarrel for partners, for married couples. Little things as tiny as, oh, you went to shower and you dropped your towel on the bed, can cause quarrel. As little as, oh, you cleaned your ear and you dropped the, for someone like me that is somewhat meticulous or about some things, it could be as little as, oh, you cleaned your ears and you left the cutting board on the bedside too. That can cause quarrel. That's just before we go to bed. And you know, as little as you came to lie down on the bed, you didn't turn off the lights in the sitting room, you didn't do this and you didn't do that. As little as that can cause misunderstanding and argument, especially when, you know, it can be anything. So it can be just before bedtime, and you're telling me that, oh, we need to settle it before the bedtime, before we see. There are some offenses, there are some anger, there are some quarrel that you cannot settle immediately, no matter how perfect you want to make your marriage look like. Oh, we try, you hear things like, we try not to go to bed with grudges. When we quarrel with each other, we settle the quarrel before we go to bed. Ironic. I'm not doubting you, but I'm saying sometimes it's impossible. It's impossible, okay? It's very impossible. Because there are some anger or offenses that needs time. You should just need time to calm down to your senses, to, you know, to calm down, to just calm down. There are some quarrel that when you quarrel now, you want to settle it now, it will still escalate to something bigger. You've not ironed out the main issue. You have just quarreled. Allow everybody to calm down. So do not force it that you want to quickly settle it before you go to. If it takes you going to bed to get over it, go to bed. Isha, don't start keeping malice with your partner for a very long time. That doesn't mean you must need or you want to. As simple as this thing is, it's not simple. It's not as easy as it sounds. Settle it before you go to bed. Some cannot be settled before going to bed. Some, we need to sit down and talk about it. We just finished quarreling. We just finished an issue. Just quarreled over it. And then somebody say you must settle it before you go to bed. Some cannot be settled before going to bed. Some needs like 24 hours before you can settle it. As perfect as we want to make our marriages sound like, because our marriages sound so perfect on social media, as perfect as we want to make it sound, some quarrels, some offenses, some grudges doesn't go away before bedtime. Some still have to stay till the next morning. Some still have to stay till like 24 hours or 48 hours. It depends. Don't pretend, don't fake it. Listen, don't fake it. We are humans. No matter how perfect you want to make it look like, we are humans. Okay? So please, another thing that some of these people say, it is rampant everywhere. Everybody tells you that. Everyone that wants to advise you, especially when you're having issues with your partner, everybody that wants to advise you will always say things like, oh, try as much as possible not to bring in third party into your home. Do not bring in third party. Do not bring in, do not. Excuse you. There are some quarrels that the two couple cannot sort it out by themselves together. They need a third party. When I talk about third party, I'm not talking about just anybody, or you just start telling your, you know, marriage problems to everybody that cares to listen. I'm not saying you should go about telling everybody, oh, my husband now did this, my husband did that. You call A, you tell B, you tell everybody that cares to listen. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying there should be this person that your spouse respects and fears. That's why they always tell you, okay, why do they now always say, don't marry somebody that does not have a mentor, somebody that does not have anybody they respect, somebody that, okay, now they're still telling you, do not bring in third party into your marriage. So what's now the work of the mentor? Now, when I talk about third party, your pastor could be the third party. Your mother could be the third party. Your mother-in-law could be the third party. A mentor could be the third party. Somebody that is reasonable. A married person that is... I'm not saying you should go about telling even your single friends, everybody, because most of your single friends might not, some might have, but some of them might not have anything tangible to tell you when you start telling them about your spouses, your marriage issues and all that. They might even advise you to do worse, right? Because I'm not saying they don't have experience, but it takes somebody who is in the shoe, who is in that, who has experienced it. It takes a leader that has gone through that part, that has told that part to advise you on what to do. So I'm not saying you should go about telling everybody, but there is this person that that, okay, when I tell and he talks to my husband or he talks to my wife, he or she will listen. There are some arguments. I'm not saying these little arguments that couples do have, right? There are some arguments, there are some things that you need a well-grounded person, somebody that your husband or your wife looks up to, or they respect or they fear, to talk to. When you talk to this person, you know that when this person talks to my spouse, my partner, he or she will listen. They will come to their senses, they will obey, and they will start doing right and stuff. Somebody that is reasonable can be a third party. So to say, oh, rule out completely every third party, do not bring in third party into your marriage, do not, you're advising them. That advice it might not end well, because in order to want to patch things up, they might not be telling themselves the truth. They might need somebody that has told that part to tell them the truth, to tell them how it is, without mincing words, without being biased. Somebody that is experienced and is not biased can be a third party, right? So you can have a mentor or somebody you look up to be a third party, to say, okay, see, he has started, and but to say, do not bring in third party into your marriage at all. That advice, I don't know how possible it is. I don't know how, this don't bring in third party into your marriage, do not bring in third party, has crumbled a lot of marriage, has crippled a lot of marriages, because people will die in depression. They will be depressed. Sometimes you need somebody to voice out, you need somebody to pour out your mind to. You need somebody to tell. You might be going through a lot in that marriage, right? You might be going through a lot in that marriage, and you need somebody to talk to. But simply because someone somewhere told you that you don't need a third party in your marriage, so you are trying to protect it. You are trying not to. Please, instead of dying in depression, look for somebody and talk to. Let the person mediate, or let the person come and talk to the both of you. If it's your pastor, fine. If it's your leader in church or somewhere, a mentor, somebody that your husband, an uncle in the family, not the uncles that will use you as a family mate, that will go and start telling everybody in the family about somebody somewhere that is experienced. Talk to this person, and the person can be a third party, a good third party, not somebody said we should not do third party. Another thing they tell us that I feel like this is somewhat impossible, very, very impossible. I don't know about any other person, but to me, I feel like this is very impossible. No matter how angry you are with your spouse, never deny them their conjugal rights. Hero, lies. I don't know, but I feel like this advice is not advising at all. This advice is not just advising at all, because how do you tell me that somebody that I'm angry with, you offended me and I'm angry with you, now you want, because never deny your, okay, like that is the only reason why we're married? Or is that what you're telling me? So because he wants it and I'm angry with him, I should so what is the person going to do now? we are angry at each other, or we are angry with each other, and then your partner wants to perform his conjugal rights, bedmatics, you just go there and lay down like a log of wood, because of course you are angry. Listen, I'm not taking away the place of forgiveness and everything. All these ones will still come to play, but at that moment you are angry. This thing is not going to work. Even your body is not going to react to. And I don't know how people do this, but please, I stand to be corrected. You can educate my ignorance. I am, like I stated earlier, I am new into this. I am new in it, so I need a lot of things to. I need to learn a lot of things. I need to learn a lot, unlearn a lot, and relearn a lot. So if I am just the one sharing this sentiment, please let me know in the comments that I'm not supposed to deny my partner his conjugal right because I'm angry. I am angry. So if you want to perform your conjugal right, then try to sort things out. Settle with me. If you offended me, beg me, apologize. Let's agree. Let's settle it. Let's sort it out. Let's iron out the issues amicably before we talk about the conjugal right. So what then happens? Because you want to perform your conjugal right, I just lay down like a log, and then you perform your conjugal right, and then everybody stands up they go. What next? You have performed your conjugal right now. No, what next? The offense and the quarrel still continues. Never deny your. Please, you guys have to slow down. I mean, I think in as much as we want to make our marriages look perfect on the social media, on the outside world, please, let's also try as much as possible to be telling people the realistic things. These are things that people say to us, people advise us to do, but in reality, is it applicable? Is it something that they do? Number one, never go to bed with anger. Never sleep, because try to sort things out because you're angry. That one, I don't know how possible it is. Another one, we've never quarreled since we got married. There has never been issue. So I am now the issue. I'm now the one causing the issue, Abi, because if even your first week of marriage, your first month of marriage, your first 3 months of marriage, there was no issue. Like, make it make sense. Like, are you pretending to each other? Even if you are pretending to each other, there will be a day that even that pretense will cast. You will not be able to pretend anymore. The real you will come out, and then the other person might not. You're seeing you have never quarreled. I don't know how possible that is. I don't know how possible it is not to deny your partner his conjugal rights or her conjugal right because you're angry. I will deny you your conjugal right if I'm angry with you. Until we sort it out. Because how do you tell me something that is as that God, created for us to enjoy? Something that is as pleasurable, that's the word. Something that is as pleasurable as that thing. You're now telling me that, I should do it out of anger. I won't. Sorry, I will not. I will not allow you to perform your conjugal right when I'm still angry with you. You have to sort things out with me. We have to be on the same page. We have to be in good terms before that can happen. Because it will not be as funful as it should be when we are angry or mad at each other. So advise us right. They advise, never deny them. I will deny you. I will deny it. It's not all third parties that will crumble your marriage. Some third parties will save your marriage. Some of these divorces and marriages are crashing anyhow these days. Before they said this one and this one they've divorced. This one and that one they've divorced. These are some things that would have been sorted out. I'm sure a third party, a reasonable third party, would have been able to curb some of the issues, right? A reasonable third party will advise you on the right things to do. I pray our marriages doesn't get to the part of you bringing in third party, fourth party, so all the parties. But please, if you need to bring in a third party to save your marriage, please do. Not everybody. I'm not saying you should organize. We are talking third party, so I'm not saying you should organize crowd to sort it out. If you need to bring in a third party to sort things, to help you sort things out, to help you talk to your partner, to save your marriage, please do. Don't die in silence to say, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to talk to anybody about my marriage. I don't want to share my marriage secret. I don't want to share my marriage secret to anybody. What is it that you're experiencing that has never been experienced before? I think I've come to the end of the video, all right? I don't want to make it too long. So if you agree with the things I've said so far, please let me know in the comment section. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. If you watched this video up until now, you've not liked, you've not subscribed, please do so. Like, share, subscribe. Please subscribe. If you have not subscribed, subscribe to this channel. All right, let us grow together. Tell your friends that have not subscribed to come and subscribe to this channel. Please let them know that there is a channel like this to subscribe to. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, stay blessed, stay fabulous, and stay fantastic. I love you, and I love you again. Bye bye.